Today, we're diving into the intriguing world of Olmec Colossal Heads, massive stone monuments that date back to ancient Mesoamerica. Can you elaborate on the significance of these colossal heads and what they represent in the Olmec civilization?
The colossal heads are iconic representations of human heads sculpted from large basalt boulders, reaching heights from about 1.17 to 3.4 meters. They likely represent portraits of powerful Olmec rulers, displaying their distinctive headdresses, which are thought to have carried both cultural and political significance.
Fascinating. Each head has unique characteristics, particularly in facial features and headdresses. What can you tell us about the physical attributes of these heads that set them apart?
Definitely. All the Olmec heads depict mature individuals with fleshy cheeks, flat noses, and slightly crossed eyes, physical traits that mirror those of modern inhabitants in the region of Tabasco and Veracruz. Importantly, the headdresses vary and often include intricate designs, suggesting they may represent different dynasties or specific rulers. The craftsmanship showcases the level of skill that existed in Olmec society.
It's impressive to think about how these stones were moved. What insights do archaeologists have about the logistics behind transporting these massive boulders?
Transporting these colossal heads required immense human effort. Archaeological investigation suggests they may have been transported over 150 kilometers from their source in the Sierra de Los Tuxtlas by leveraging causeways and possibly water transport. This required not only advanced knowledge of the landscape, but also considerable organization through a workforce comprising sculptors, laborers, and artisans.
While many of the colossal heads are closely associated with specific sites, such as San Lorenzo, La Venta, and Tres Zapotes, are there examples outside of this heartland territory?
Yes, indeed. There's the La Cobata head, found in the Sierra de los Tuxtlas, and a possible Olmec head at Tacalic in Guatemala. However, the La Cobata head is unique because it seems to be stylistically distinct and is the largest known head, weighing around 40 tons.
I'm curious about the cultural implications. How do these monuments reflect the political structure and social hierarchy within the Olmec civilization?
The colossal heads likely served as both political statements and religious symbols. They were probably erected in prominent locations and aligned in lines, symbolizing the power of rulers and their divine connection. This suggests an organized society with structured governance and a communal effort to maintain these monuments.
In terms of dating these colossal heads, how do researchers tackle the challenge posed by their movement and the time span of their creation?
Dating is indeed tricky. The heads have mostly been assigned to the early pre-classic period, roughly between 1500–1000 BC, but exact dates are hard to pin down due to the disturbance of their contexts. Some estimates suggest a production span of 50 to 200 years, though the oldest and most skillful works can be traced to San Lorenzo.
The discussion around the cultural origins of the Olmecs often includes controversial theories. What can you say about these postulations regarding potential African influences?
Historically, some have speculated about an African connection based on the features of the colossal heads, but such theories have largely been dismissed by most Mesoamerican scholars. Genetic studies show the earliest inhabitants of the Americas have closer ties to Paleo-Siberian ancestry rather than African roots.
Vandalism has unfortunately affected historical sites globally. Can you provide details about any incidents involving the Olmec heads?
One notable incident occurred in 2009 when several individuals vandalized the Parque Museo La Venta in Villahermosa, damaging multiple archaeological pieces, including 4 monumental heads. The estimated repair costs were significant, and the perpetrators received local backlash for their actions, highlighting the importance of protecting cultural heritage.
To wrap up, how are replicas and exhibitions of these colossal heads contributing to a broader understanding and appreciation of Olmec culture?
Replicas of these colossal heads have been installed around the world, from museums to public parks. They play a vital role in educating people about Olmec civilization while also serving as reminders of the sophistication of the culture. Exhibitions often highlight their artistry and historical context, fostering greater public interest and scholarly research in Mesoamerican studies.
Thank you for sharing such illuminating insights into the Olmec Colossal Heads. Their legacy continues to intrigue and inspire new generations of researchers and enthusiasts alike.